Alright guys, Alliance War number 13 here, and today I'm taking in the Trinity. I got my Stark Spidey, my Blade, and my Ghost Rider. I really wanted to do well this war, so I just said, you know, screw it. I have that poison node, but Blade might be able to take care of it with the poison, and if not, we do have backup. So I wanted to just make sure I got through the rest of the fights without dying. So I wait for my linked node and to get dropped, and so I go in with this. It's a science champion, and I'm starting to think, you know, I think I'm gonna start bringing in Blade for this fight, even though usually it's like a Spider-Man or something unblockable that's tricky to dodge. Blade can heal. I'm not gonna use as many potions, and I won't. And I think he's just safer. Well, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how I feel. But anyway, it worked out with bringing Blade for this one because it was a Quake, and so I just have to dodge that special one, and she ended up bleeding pretty heavily down here. So she's almost down. She might throw another special one, or she might bleed out. We'll see. And it looks like that last parry with the deep wounds damage ended up taking her out. So that was easy. Usually that's these days I'm starting to see diversity there, but you know, Quake's actually not a terrible defender, but that's what they ended up doing there. So now we've got the stun immune enhanced abilities node. When it's a cosmic champion, it's usually Medusa. I'll just say that usually, but we'll see what this is. I'm pretty sure it's Medusa. So I ended up taking Ghost Rider, thinking I'll have the class advantage, and it's a stun immune, so I'm going to take a lot of block damage. So I might as well have Ghost Rider, who has the potential to heal if I really need it. But mostly Ghost Rider's in this team for the synergy for Blade. So I get the Fate Seal off, which is actually pretty decent against Medusa, as long as it's not a super long fight. That Fate Seal is actually really powerful. So against a 4-star, I'm pretty happy with how Ghost Rider performs. And I actually might take him in versus some Medusa, you know, anything lower than like a 455, it's a 345s or whatever. You know, I might take Ghost Rider in for those Medusa fights, because he can definitely take a lot of. He's got a decent health pool and decent block proficiency and the ability to heal, and I've got tons of practice with him, so there's always that benefit. So right now I'm building up to a special 3. I'll wait for the Mystic Dispersion to kick in, and then I will Fate Seal her basically for the rest of the fight with the special 3. So Ghost Rider's got a few methods to keep the Furies down, and this is both of them are showcased in this fight. So yeah, I don't know, pretty happy with it, and it wouldn't be good for node 24 just because you need to heal block as well. The special 3 does heal block, but I'm not sure if it heal blocks for enough time to make it worth it. But yeah, anyway, that's the deal with that. The next node is node 24, and it's a 5-star cosmic champion. And I've been watching a lot of Alliance War videos online, and I'm starting to realize that people place Medusa here as well. Well, I'm not naive enough to think that I need to bring in Ghost Rider for this fight, so I'm starting to realize it's going to be Spider-Man. Against the Medusa, I don't need a damage boost with Stark Spider-Man, but I do need a health boost, I think, for the block damage I'm going to take, because I'm not going to be evading. Well, you'll see my strategy. It's very hard to force your mindset to not evade stuff, but that's the idea. You don't want to trigger buffet every single cooldown, or you'll never get her down. But you do need to build up poise charges, so it's a balance. So at the start, I didn't mean to parry her, but I did on accident. So I go in for that. She definitely makes all that back up. I'm trying to build up poise charges while I can. It looks like if you're careful, you can build up 2 poise charges on her heavy attack. And so now I'm going in. I'm trying to intercept when I can. It's actually working. I throw the special 1, and actually she doesn't trigger auto block, which works out pretty well for me. I get some distance out of it. Taunt out that special 1, which is really nice. Now she's going to have 3 charges, and I like using this special 1 to trigger auto block because it ruins her Furies and allows me to keep going in. So this is going pretty smooth so far. I'm pretty happy with how this fight's going, and I know I just need to do 1, and I need to just dodge these heavy attacks, and I can go in for 1 hit if I want to. 8,000 hit, you know, by the way. Stark Spider-Man hits so hard. She's still healing back a lot, but I'm on my way to building up specials, and I'm basically back where I started against the wall with the special 1, but she's at a quarter health or 3/4 health. So I'm feeling like I can do this now. I'm feeling pretty good, and my goal was actually I'm gonna build up to a special 2. So I'm gonna get this hit off. I'm gonna wait for these Furies to expire. I'll trigger Buffet if I have to, but I really want to see what I can do. So I'm waiting for them to expire basically. So they're expired. I'm gonna throw this massive L2. It does a crap load of damage, and then she actually cooperates and throws that special 1, and I'm able to finish off the fight there. So that was really smooth. Very happy with how that went, and we're gonna hope that we can do that again in the future. I've been really struggling in wars lately, and so far this is going pretty well for me. So, okay, so let's move on to this 4-star Mystic Champion. Now, my plan was to bring Blade for the rest of the war. I know Blade's a whole rank and 65 levels lower than Spider-Man, but he is Blade, and Blade can heal, and Blade can Blade. And so when Blade's doing his Blade thing, he's unstoppable. I didn't know Mordo was a villain, so I'll take that. Sweet, get that danger sense going. He's actually not doing as much damage as I thought he would be, but I have danger sense active, so I'm basically gonna try and bait the special 2. It works. Everything's going perfect for me. He's cooperating with the specials. When you do get into rhythm with Mordo, the rhythm is very nice. So one special 2 drops him down. The power gain didn't seem to matter, and I'm starting to feel good. I can do this. I can get through this war. So the next is a Power Shield node, and I normally would bring Stark Spider-Man for this, but no, I am going to bring Blade. I saw someone bring a Blade on Power Shield node, and his special 2, because it crits so much, actually does a stupid amount of damage, even against Bleed Immune. So Blade's my man for this, and especially with Bleed, I'll be able to do 2 special 2s in case I'm going up against some sort of strange 565 champion or whatever. So it is another Blade. At first I was like, this is kind of weird. I'm going to take this cautiously. I'll just parry him and bait the special 1. And the reason you want to bait the special 1 against Blade is because you want to keep, sorry, what's this? What am I trying to say here? You want to keep his power low so that he won't shrug off your parries so quickly. And then it's just safer for me. I can't personally punish his special 1. I'm not quick enough for that, but I do want to bait it anyway and just either parry and intercept to get the rest of my hits off. So one more parry will actually get me a special 2, and I wanted to bait the special 1 first just to be careful. I'm being ultra careful this war to give no deaths, and look at this special 2. Oh my god. Okay, so yeah, I mean, Blade's my man for that node for now on, for sure, unless I end up putting him on defense, because there's a node he's actually really good on defense, but yeah, not gonna happen at least until I get more comfortable with other champions. So we're moving on to the poison. This is where the war takes a turn for the worst, or worse. And I'm sorry, but this is, man, it feels like two wars in a row. I hate complaining about stuff like lag or kabam or whatever, but I feel like I was a little cheated on this one. So I have a Black Panther Civil War here. It's a 345. I do know how to fight Black Panther Civil War, and I know I don't even need Blade for the rest of the war. So I'm just trying to basically get some bleeds on him, build up some power, and regen a little. All I have to do is regen a little bit, and I will not die from this poison, because you know, it's supposed to take my whole health out. So I just need to regen a little bit, maybe 1 or 2 bars of power total, and everything's going good. And then something happens where he attacks into me a 5-hit combo, I attack into him a 5-hit combo, and then the game just teleports to him on me. Like, it's like I went through some sort of wormhole where I missed like 1 millisecond of time, and Black Panther Civil War is able to take advantage of that. It was really annoying. If you watch that back like a million times, you'll notice that there's some frames that skipped, and I just had no control over it. But anyway, that's that, and I decided to go in with Spider-Man and finish this off, you know, before the poison hit me. The Dormammu that we had as our boss, we ended up sending a couple guys in, but they weren't able to get it down in the attack bonuses, so it was basically a free-for-all. And I did get a shot. Okay, so I get a chance at the boss and actually live because, I don't know, I'm at home and it's time to fight the boss. We already sent our guys in. There's no attack bonuses left, so it's kind of a free-for-all. I'm not even going to heal up for this because we don't get any points even if I die, even if I win. There's nothing to be gained here. So we're just going to go in and see what we can do. I'm going to try and build up some poise charge. Oh, wow, degen right off the bat. That's not fun. So we'll try and refresh the taunt. Nice, I was able to skip a degen there. Although I'm not going to be able to build poises at all if I can't trigger dexterity. Okay, I must have triggered dexterity there. We'll be able to launch one L2 before this thing's over. I'm going with Ghost Rider after this too. Of course I got parried. That's what Dormammu does to me. He parries me. Oh, I always get parried by him. Always. But oh, no one's in. I'm gonna go in with Ghost Rider, just to have some fun. Okay, let's see. Wow, that is risky. Oh, I interrupted his heavy. So surprised by it that I died. Alright guys, I'm gonna let the other guys take shots at the boss. That was just some fun, I guess, practice. But yeah, I need some practice versus Dormammu because that is just brutal. Anyway, we'll check back in for the final result. Alright guys, so we did win the war. It was another close war. You know, I'm not gonna... ever since 2 alliances in a row asked that we didn't show the scores, I'm starting to think maybe it's just more respectful not to show the scores at all. So I'll show our scores. I still don't know. None of our officers, and I'm one of them, have said to hide them yet. So I'll show our stuff, and we'll sort of blur out or whatever, hide the enemy score. So we did. I will tell you that we beat them in attack bonus and we beat them in diversity. But we won't show their exact diversity or anything, or their exact attack bonus. It's hard not to show it because it does show up green. So anyway, we did beat them pretty much across the board. It was a good war. It was closer than I think we were giving it credit for. You know, we were sort of worried about it up until the very last moment. So I'm glad that we were able to make it out. But that's the end of that. Well done. Good war to King Z. Hopefully we'll see you guys again. I think we're going to start seeing some of the same alliances more than once. Hopefully. That's a good sign. That means maybe we're getting up to a higher tier. There's Dragon saying, "Shut thy mouth, peasant." I don't even know what he's up to in the chat. But anyway, good job to the MVPs, Minishack, Murar. I love that name, Murar. And Yankees. Well done, guys. And we'll see you in the next video, guys. Take care.